Welcome back, citizens. This is Jefferson Steele, and you're listening to the voice of the true republic. In uncertain times, we don't look backwards in shame. We look forward with resolve. We stand for America, not the fractured, faded memory, but the true America, disciplined, united, eternal. Today's broadcast is more than music. It's a reminder of what we protect, of what we remember, of who we are when we stand together. So adjust your dial, stand a little straighter, and let the songs of our future echo the strength of our past. Before the bullets, before the fear, there was unity. Not born from chaos, but from purpose. Not seized in fear, but built on duty. This anthem is not just a memory, it's a mandate. From the halls of our founders to the vaults of rebirth, the march goes on. This is March of the Rebuilders by the Rebuilder Chorus off the defining album, Order After the End.
Stand for those who stood before and those who will arise, our future forged in uniform with loyal hearts and eyes.
A child cries, a tower leans, a flag once torn and gray. We set our jaws, we grit our teeth, and make a brighter day.
We show the road, we till the rust, with order, pride, and code. We march for law, we march for peace, and never break the load. March, march, rebuilders true, the line is drawn again. Our voice is loud, our task is new, but forged from better men. With hammer, pen, and righteous wrath, we walk the chosen way. The rebuilders claim the aftermath and purge the rot away.
If you felt your spine straighten, good. That's what resolve sounds like. Order After the End is more than a collection. It's a call. And the rebuilders, they're not coming. They're already here. Citizens of the reborn republic, you've seen what happens when discipline fails. When people step off the straight line of order, decency, God, and nation. But every generation needs a voice willing to stand in the ruins and say, this far and no further. Reverend Elmo Wren is one of those voices, the kind that puts steel back in the spine. This next piece is a reminder that the goats will always drift left, but the flock stays right. Here's Goats to the Left from Songs of Reclamation.
When the vault door groaned and light We stood as one, faithful, strong, and true. But not all hands were clean that day. Some turned their hearts and walked away. Goes to the left, sheep to the right. The worthy walk into the light. Raise the flag, obey the call. The ones who doubt were never meant at all. We build anew with loyal might. Goes to the left, sheep to the right. We kept the laws, we bore the brand. The righteous few would heal this land. But traitors speak with sugared breath. And lead the foolish straight to death. Goes to the left, sheep to the right. The true will rise. The weak lose sight. No turning back. No second door. The future bows to those who swore. We cleanse the world with sacred light. Goes to the left, sheep to the right. Some broke their oath, some questioned the plan. But the day came, and on that day, they stood to the left, and we walked right. Goes to the left, sheep to the right. The vault gave birth to guiding light. Raise your badge, your code, your name. The weak forget, the strong reclaim. We march ahead with honor bright. Goes to the left, sheep to the right.
And there you have it. One choir, one mission, one truth, carried clean through the fallout haze. If that unsettled you, review your loyalties quietly. Stay tuned. We've got more doctrine marching in, one bar at a time. This is Jefferson Steele for the Republic. Ah, Clyde Rollins, a man of grit, gravel, and good breeding. Born in the dust, raised on duty. His father taught him what mattered, and now he teaches us. On days like this, when the world tests your fiber, it's men like Clyde who remind us. Resolve isn't built in comfort, it's forged in consequence. From the album Lessons from My Pappy, this one's for every citizen who still believes the hard way is the right way. Here's Days Like This.
Woke up to thunder and a crimson sky, but I still shave and dress with pride. Pappy said a man don't whine, just patch the roof and toe the line. He said there'll be days like this, son, when the wind blows hard and the food don't come. But grit's not what you wear, it's what you do. So stand up tall, the world needs you. I've seen the storms and I've heard the cries, held my door closed when my neighbor died. still sweep my front porch clean. Pappy said that keeps the soul serene. He said there'll be days like this, son, when the winds blow mean and the nights run long. But fate's not in the flag, it's in your shoes. Step right, step true, the world needs you. Pappy's gone, world's gone too. But his voice comes back like the morning dew. There'll be days like this, son, and you'll get through.
If that didn't stir something beneath your standard issue chest plate, check your pulse or your patriotism. Days like this may be gone, but its lesson lingers. We don't whine through adversity, we endure it. Clyde Rollins reminds us, just like his pappy reminded him, stand tall, work hard, and never let the soft voices speak louder than the strong. More to come. Stay vigilant. They say the beat of a drum once led men into battle and brought them home in silence. But here, in the reclaimed states of America, we march not to memory, but to mission. The Liberty Drummers don't play for applause. They play for allegiance. From the album Anthem for the Brave, this is By Flag and by Flame, a thunderous reminder that freedom isn't free, but it does come in tempo.
By flag and by flame, we march through the dust, steel in our veins. And the cause is just, our boots hit the ground where the cowards once ran. We carry the torch, we finish the plan. Ash in the air and grit in the teeth, order restored to the chaos beneath. We don't fear the storm, we march it down. Cleanse with fire, then claim the crown. Raise that flag, let the colors burn bright. Black for the silence, gold for the right. Loyal till death, unbroken by pain. Blood on our boots, but clear is the lane. Built by the fallen, carried by the brave. Freedom is earned, not something we wave. Truth in our ranks, fire in the soul. March to the wicked like hole in the hole. We rise by the code, no traitor survives. One enclave, 1,000 lives. Flag and by flame, we answer the call. First in the fight and last to fall. Hey!
Each strike of that snare says more than words could ever. By flag and by flame, we remember who we are. And more importantly, what we're willing to do to stay that way. You're listening to the Rebuilder Network. Keep your chin up, your boots polished, and your conscience clean. Not every uniform came home, and not every mother got to see her son grow old. But in the quiet hills and folded flags of Appalachia, grief turned into grace, and loss was woven into legacy. From the aching heart of Vera Stratton comes the tribute to courage wrapped in sorrow. From the album Gold Star Appalachia, this is Mothers of the Fallen, a moment of reverence for those who gave all.
black stamped seal, signed with pride but heart still feel. She laid his boots beside her bed and whispered every word he said. She flies the banner in her pain, gold star gleams through ash and rain. She stands when brassmen pass her door, a mother still forevermore. Who will hold the line? We will man. Who will guard the land? We still can. Our boys are gone, but we stand right for honor's worth, the lonesome night. She flies the banner in her pain, gold star gleams through ash and rain. No medals mend a mother's grief, but still she stands for true belief.
That was Vera Stratton, reminding us that even the strongest nations are built atop unspoken prayers and folded telegrams. We salute every mother who gave more than she should have ever had to do. You're tuned to the Rebuilder Network. Stand tall, grieve honest, march forward. Discipline isn't just a habit, it's a heritage. From the cold barracks of Cumberland to the command posts of tomorrow, we carry forward a simple truth. Chaos serves no one. From strength and silence, this is Order and Obedience, performed by the Cumberland Quartet. 4 voices, 1 doctrine. Let it steady your pulse and sharpen your stride.
There's a time for talking and a time to zip your lip. There's a line we walk in when you're part of the ship. The flag waves high, the eagle flies, and if you trust, you'll see it rise.
Don't ask, just obey.
That's the patriotic way. Keep your doubts behind your teeth and breathe that loyal air beneath. The truth's above your clearance grade, so smile proud in the parade.
Don't ask, just obey.
It's the Enclave's golden way. Questions lead to danger. Doubts can start a blaze. Each rebel's just a stranger who's lost their loyal ways. But good folks shine like stars at night when they salute and stand upright.
Don't ask,
Just obey, that's the patriotic way. Don't ask, just obey, that's the patriotic way.
We lost the world to questions and doubt behind each door.
But now we found direction, and who could ask for more? So lend your voice and help us grow, and do not ask what you don't know. Don't ask, just don't ask, just don't. Let freedom shine today. March in step and raise the song together where the pure belong. With honor bright and voices true, the Enclave watches over you. Don't ask, just obey. That's the patriotic, syndicated, pre-approved, red, white, and blue way.
There it is. Clean harmonies, cleaner message. When the world forgets who's in charge, songs like that remind them. You're listening to Jefferson Steele on the Rebuilder Network, because loyalty, order, and unity never go out of style. Before the bombs, before the backtalk, there was a time when folks knew what side of the street to walk on. Johnny McDowell remembers that. And lucky for us, he put it to music. Off the album, At Least She's Not Scorched, this one's called Back When Right Was Right. If you've got a spine left, you'll stand a little straighter by the end.
There was a time we tipped our hats, said grace before we ate. Sunday men, the chapel bells, and kids came home by 8. Dad worked hard and Mom stayed kind, kept supper warm at night. We stood as one, hand on our heart, back when right was right. You could trust your neighbor's word and shake on any deal. The mail came with a smile and wave. Folks knew how to feel. We didn't need a million laws to tell us wrong from right. We walked the line with head held high, back when right was right. Back when right was right and wrong still had a name. When duty meant more than comfort and pride wasn't shame. Before they blurred the borders of a border down the line, we were strong, we belonged, back when right was right. Boys grew up to guard the land, girls would raise their necks. We built a world on promises and values carved in text. The flag was more than colored cloth, it stood for sacred fight. We bled and healed, but never kneeled, back when right was right. Not perfect days, no story is, but truth was truth, and kids knew this, that freedom came from sacrifice, and peace was earned, not wished. Back when right was right and honor led the way, where men would stand and lend a hand and mothers knelt to pray. Oh Lord, we miss the morning light of golden hearts and quiet nights. We still remember back when right was right. Back when right was right.
That's what we call a reminder of boundaries, of backbone, and of how far we've slipped. But the past isn't gone. It's waiting for someone to pick it up again. You're tuned into the Rebuilder Network. Stay decent, stay armed, stay American. In the wasteland, faith without firepower is just wishful thinking. But praise with purpose, that's doctrine. From the sanctified barrels of heaven's Gatling choir, Miss Prudence and her revival corps bringing you faith-based ordinance. Secure your conscience. Maintain readiness.
The choir marches double time. I don't throw fire to watch it burn. I light the path so sinners learn. My faith ain't blind, my aim ain't poor. I bring the Lord's own holy war with gospel truth and let it rain. I drive out madness in His name. The word, the will, the firm command. Faith-based ordinance takes this land. You can keep your visions, your stars, your doves. We don't need riddles where we ride. We need order. We need light. And I've got both. I don't throw fire to watch it burn. I light the path so sinners learn. My faith ain't blind, my aim ain't poor. I bring the Lord's own holy war with gospel truth and let it rain. I drive out madness in His name. The word, the will, the firm command. Faith-based ordinance takes this land.
That's gospel with a side of gun oil. Here on the Rebuilder Network, we don't separate church from caliber. You want salvation? You better come correct and come equipped. Out here, when the guns fall quiet and the ash settles just right, you might catch a breeze that smells a little like hope. Not much, mind you, but enough to remember how the world used to sing. From Porchlight Serenades, this is Evening Wind, World in Bloom by the Rad Wind Ramblers. Close your eyes. Let it stir what's left of you.
The evening wind rolls down the tracks. Crows are circling the water tower. Your coat smells like goldwood smoke. Been out walking near the radio flower. We sit on the porch just taking our time. Boots kicked off in the reddish dirt. Your Geiger clicks a lazy rhyme. I don't mind the minor flirt. So let the rad winds blow, let the sky turn gold and green. We've got a bottle on the step and a view that's nice and clean. I hold your hand while the sun rolls low, toast the end of the day with you. New cola never tasted so fine, evening wind and the world in bloom. They say the roads are still glowing east, and the water's sharp on the tongue. But I just hear the crickets sing, and you, love, you still look young. That old Brahmin's chewing fence post shade, the sky's gone quiet, pink and white. And even if the world won't fade, I'm glad I've got you by my side. So let the rad winds blow, let the stars come out to play. We've got stories left to swap and a roof that mostly stays. I hold your hand while the night birds call, watch the moon drift over you. Nuka-Cola never tasted so fine, evening wind and the world in bloom. Yeah, even with a trace of fallout on the breeze, the best thing left is you and me.
That was a memory in 3/4 time. The kind of tune that makes the ruins feel less ruined. Here at the Rebuilder Network, we save seeds and songs alike. You just heard one take root. They say before the fall, you could ride steel rails from one coast to the other, never lifting your thumb, never looking back. This next one's a promise whispered across what's left of the continent. From the album Pins on the Map, it's Sea to Sea, See You Again, by the Lamplight Serenaders, for anyone still walking home.
I stitch your name in the hem of my coat, folded the flag by the bed where I wrote. Each morning I whisper the words you once said. Keep watch on the garden, don't cry when you're fed. The radio hums, but it's never your voice. Just static and headlines, not much of a choice. From sea to sea, you march through my mind. Through letters and prayers, I hope you still find no stars tonight, but I trace them within. I carry your name through the world's mighty din. And if fate is kind, or mercy can bend, I'll cross every sea just to see you again. The kettle still sings, though the table is set. For one spoon, one plate, one silhouette. They gave us a pin and a ribbon to wear, but it don't warm the boots by your empty old chair. The wind at the window still knocks like before, but it's never your step at the frame of the door. From sea to sea, you march through my mind. With every last dawn, I'm still hoping to find. No bugles can reach where my lullabies end, but I send them each night to my soldier, my friend. And if grace allows, or time can amend, I'll cross every sea just to see you again. The map on the wall with pins I can't move. The days that I mark, the silence I soothe. If you come back worn or broken or thin, I'll still know your hands and the feel of your grin. From sea to sea, till this battle is done, till trumpets go quiet and peace is begun. Come home to the porch, come home to the glen. I'll wait by the lamplight to see you again. To see
That was a long-distance lullaby with no fixed address. If you're listening under the stars that aren't yours, you're not alone. Here at the Rebuilder Network, we keep the light on. Nothing says freedom like a freshly waxed driveway, color-coded curtains, and biometric scans at the front gate. From the album Suburbia Under Surveillance, it's The Good Neighbors with Operation Apple Pie. Because sometimes liberty comes with a casserole dish and a clipboard.
Put your apron on, hang the flag out high. Kiss the kids and wave the mailman by. Polish up the truth till it gleams just right. Freedom's baking in the oven tonight. It's Operation Apple Pie, with crust of gold and truth that's dry. Stir in loyalty, sift out the lies, and serve it warm with watchful eyes. Dad built a bunker by the old oak tree, just deep enough for liberty. We learned to can, we learned to pray. We're keeping the reds and doubts at bay. It's Operation Apple Pie. Obey the rules or wave goodbye. One slice for trust, one bite for pride. Report your neighbor, nothing to hide.
Remember, kids, when Mom makes pie, she adds a pinch of freedom and a tablespoon of classified corporation.
We pledge our hearts, our eyes, our ears to country, home, and pantry steers. March in line and never ask why. The sweetest truths in apple pie. It's Operation Apple Pie, a slice of heaven, state approved high. With smiles so wide and thoughts confined, we bake the dream that keeps us blind.
That's the sound of Homeland Security with a smile. If your neighbor offers you pie, asks your schedule, and checks your trash, don't worry. They're just being friendly. You're tuned into the Rebuilder Network. We see you. We salute you. We file you appropriately. We've got to part now, you and I. But don't be uneasy, America. The gears of restoration turn, with or without applause. And thanks to the efforts of those who know what's best, you won't have to lift a finger. Just stay calm, stay loyal, and let those of us with the bigger picture handle the rest. Until next cycle, this is Jefferson Steele signing off for your convenience.